Johnny Rock Show, Rockin' 101, the Rock Station.
Rockin' 101. You're on the air. Please don't swear. Is this Lea Thompson?
Yeah, hi. How are you doing?
Good morning. Happy St. Patty's Day, Lea.
Thank you so much. You too. I'm very excited. I got some corned beef in the refrigerator. I'm about to start cooking. I'm going to slow cook it.
Are you Irish?
I am Irish. My mother was totally Irish.
Oh, listen to
Barbara Berry.
Wow.
Her mother was a Duffy, a Coogan, Duffy, Berry. Yep.
Unbelievable. I have to ask before we promote your stuff. Are you from Minnesota? Did I get that right?
Oh, yeah, I am. For sure. I'm from Minnesota. I was born in Rochester, and I was raised in Lake Calhoun.
Oh, yes.
Right by Lake Calhoun.
Sure.
I graduated from the St. Paul Open School. I went to Calhoun Elementary, which was torn down, and Marshall U, which is now, I think, I don't know, something else.
Wait a minute.
And the first time I ever performed was at Northrop.
Yes.
And I was in the Children's Theater. That was the first play I ever did, was at the Children's Theater.
When did you leave Marshall U High?
Probably, let's see, I went to kind of middle school there, so 1970.
Sure. Okay.
5?
Yes. I graduated Marshall U in 82. Unbelievable. Look how much we have in common. Yes, Way. Yes. Let's do this.
You're kidding me.
No, small world. Welcome to St. Cloud, Minnesota. Lea Thompson, born and raised and Irish, and here to talk about directing Star Trek Picard episodes. They're streaming starting now, apparently, and March 24th on Paramount Plus and Amazon Prime. You're directing. Well, see, that's a Marshall U grad right there. You think she's just an actress from, iconic films like Back to the Future, Red Dawn. But no, she's also a director. How do you get started in directing?
Well, I always wanted to direct, but I had little kids. And so when I was doing these, I did this series of 10 movies for the Hallmark Channel called the Jane Doe Mystery Movies. And I got into it. I did 3 or 4 of them or 5 or something. And then I was like, why don't you let me direct? And they were like, okay. And so I directed these 2 movies. And then when I did a show called Switched at Birth, I asked them to let me direct, and so that was the first series I did. And then I think the first show I did that I wasn't in was the Goldbergs. I did a bunch of Goldbergs and Schooled and a bunch of half-hour comedies. And then I just wanted to, literally, this is the truth, I want to direct. I did a movie called Howard the Duck. I starred in it. And I want to direct a movie of Howard the Duck, but not the same movie, a different kind of an origin story of Howard the Duck, or completely different. And so I thought, I got to get into these kind of big special effects kind of, superhero kind of things. So I got hired to do this show called Stargirl, and it's on the CW and HBO Max. And it's a big, expensive kind of superhero show. And from that, I got Star Trek and this other show called Resident Alien. So I just was I keep kind of branching out into different kinds of things. It's kind of it's like getting paid to go to school in a way. But Star Trek is always, since I was a little girl growing up in Calhoun Lake, I loved Star Trek, the original Star Trek, which was already in reruns, but I would go to my girlfriend's house and watch it. And I just loved the way that it combined kind of science fiction and comedy and action and social commentary. And even when I was 9 years old. So when I never got to be in a Star Trek. No one ever cast me in it. So when they asked me to direct, I was beyond thrilled because I love this show. I love Patrick Stewart. And when I was editing the show, and I was like, can you put in the theme from the original Star Trek? I started to cry when they put in, over my footage. They went, down, da, 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 da. I was like,
wow.
I was so excited and proud. And just by coincidence, in my first episode, Assimilation, I get to take the whole crew back in time because of Back to the Future, I am a time travel expert, obviously.
Yes. Well, we just had Jonathan Frakes on the show a couple days ago. He said it's a great experience. Oh, yes, he's out there promoting it, too. So there you go.
Oh, my God, I feel so, common now. I love Jonathan Frakes. I actually have worked with him as a director a couple times, and he's a great guy, such a great, jolly, fun guy, huh?
Yes, and he's promoting a lot of charity work, so that's nice, too. That's always good to hear, But
good for him.
Now,
he's the best.
You're the best. You brought it up, so I have to ask, Howard the Duck. Now, that is... Mm-hmm. It's kind of up there with some critics, like with Ishtar as the biggest horrible movie ever. I thought it was funny. Do you have a opinion? Did you enjoy doing it, or did you wish you didn't get involved?
No, you know what? It has super legs as a kind of a cult classic. I do Comic-Cons. So I go and I sit there and I listen to, hundreds of people that come up to me and talk to me and want me to sign things and take pictures and things. And, wow, the last Comic-Con I did, I'd probably say a quarter of the people had, Howard the Duck stuff for me to sign and told me that was their favorite movie. So that was 35 years ago.
Yeah.
And they're still releasing new, high-def copies of it in DVDs. So obviously it's popular. That's not something that happens for a lot of movies that are that old. So I wear Howard the Duck as a badge of honor.
Hear, hear.
There you go. A lot of people who love it.
More importantly, Mr. Hoke in geometry. What's he doing from Marshall U? No, I'm giving you. I'm kidding. That's great that we both went to the same high school for me and middle school for you. I guess our paths almost crossed. Almost, but we missed it by that much.
You sent me back in time thinking about Marshall U. I had so much fun. We would go to the bakery. Do you remember the bakery right on the street there?
Absolutely.
McDonald's and a bakery.
Yes, McDonald's,
we would go to the bakery and we would get fresh bread and we'd get Carl Budding ham, and that's what we would do for lunch. The bread was still hot. We would just tear it apart and put that ham in and break apart the sandwiches, and that's what we would have for lunch. It was so fun. Dinkytown was so cool.
You got your ham at House of Hanson right across the street. See, I know the layout.
House of Hanson.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
House of Hanson.
Oh, I remember that McDonald's?
Yes, they just tore down that McDonald's 6 months ago for condos. It took a long time. That was one of the first McDonald's in the country. It was a double-decker. Oh, we could reminisce all day.
Remember, you could see the trains? You could see the kind of train going by.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
yes. Wow. Lea Thompson. We'll see you at the reunion. Lea Thompson, the director, Ms. Spielberg. Check her out. Directing.
Thank you.
Yes. Picard, Paramount Plus, and Amazon Prime Video. We'll play you out with a little Irish music. Yes. Oh, Lea. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Oh, my God. Marshall U. Lea Thompson, Dinkytown. You got to love it. Well, next time you're in town, you can stop by and we'll take a tour of Dinkytown together.
Thank you. It's so nice to talk to you.
Oh, you're a sweetie. Thank you, and congratulations on everything. There she goes, wearing her Howard the Duck badge proud and her Irish badge proud. Lea Thompson, thank you from the thank you from the Johnny Rock Show.
Rockin' 101, the Johnny Rock Show in the morning on the Rock Station.